Hi, my name is Brittany Duncan and I teach 4th grade here at Wrights Mill Road Elementary School, and today you're going to see a lesson in science on sound. Alright guys, so today we are going to start talking about our new unit in science, and it's on sound. Okay, so everything we hear, how do we hear it? What are some things that produce sounds? That's what we're going to be looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass out this picture right here to you. And if you look, this is a basketball game. And in this basketball game, there are lots of sounds that are going on. From the players to announcements to the referee. Okay, give you your sheet. It's going to have the same picture, so you can look at it just a little bit closer, okay? You'll have the same picture. You're going to open it up, and you have a chart on the back. You and your group at your table are going to discuss some sounds you see. What are some things, if you were at that basketball game, that you would hear, and you're going to share with your groups here in a second, and you're going to write them all down. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to discuss with your groups, get it written down, and then I'm going to go around to each group, and you're going to give me some examples of things you have heard. Okay? Yes. All right, so I'm going to pass out everyone one of these. Go ahead, you know you need to put your name, number, and date up at the top. Now, guys, today's lesson is going to be all about you discovering. It's going to be about you, okay? I'm going to be up here and I'm going to help teach, but it's going to be about you discovering and asking questions on your own. That's what science is, okay? So, Miss Downey's helping me pass out these packets. Once you get it, start looking at it. Start looking at it and come up with some things. If you need to circle some sounds you hear, do that. Circle some things you hear. Then you can go to your chart and write them down. That might be helpful. And then do it very quickly. Down. Go to that chart and start. It doesn't have to be in complete sentences. It could be 1 or 2 words that you write down. Some great discussion within your groups. So let's talk about it for just a second. Raise your hand if your group discussed some different sounds you observed in this picture. Okay, let's see, Aisha, what is one sound that your group observed?
The eagle.
Okay, you said the eagle. Okay, the mascot. Did anybody else get that one? Yes, good. Okay, let's see. What about your group, Gabby? What did y'all talk about?
We did the basketball.
Okay, the basketball dribbling. That's a good one because it's at the basketball game. So you're going to hear that quite a bit since it's a basketball game. Jonathan, what about your group?
The kid eating popcorn.
Oh, okay. I heard y'all talk about that. We said it may not be the best manners, but if he's eating popcorn, he may be smacking, and that's a sound we could hear. Ashley, what about you?
The feet squeaking.
That's a good one. I wondered if anybody was going to pick up on that. If you think about it, if you go to a gym, your tennis shoes oftentimes squeak across the court. Okay, that's a good one. Sophia, what'd you come? The intercom, okay? It could be like the buzzer for the different quarters in the basketball game, okay? Morgan Sorter, yes. Ah, the referee blowing the whistle, making calls, okay? Alma.
The coach.
Oh, the coach. Okay, sometimes coaches are cheering on their team, but sometimes they have to give them some encouragement. Okay, Michaela, what about your group? Oh, the horns. That's a good one as well. Jason? Okay, absolutely, yes. Yes, ma'am.
I said like the crowd is cheering.
Oh, the crowd cheering them on. Absolutely. Jacob?
The scoreboard.
Okay, the scoreboard. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. So now that you've got your minds going about sounds, we're going to start thinking about sounds that we hear every day. Okay? What we're about to do is take a little mini field trip. Okay? And it's going to take some concentration, and it's going to take absolute silence for things that you hear. So we took the kids outside to the courtyard to where they could listen to sounds in the natural environment. It could include things like the wind, or if they heard a car drive by, or perhaps a bell ring at the end of the day. We'll also have a cup of water. The cup of water is very full. It needs to be for this experiment. So you want to make sure it sits in the middle of a desk, not in between, okay? We'll also have an instrument that looks like this. Does anybody know what this is?
Right.
Oh, let's see. Will, what is this?
Tuning fork.
A tuning fork. In other words, when you have an instrument and you want to make sure it sounds as it should, you want to make sure it's in tune. So you use one of these. And we will do some experiments later on with tuning forks, but for this experiment, we're not going to be listening. What you're going to do is you have to have the heel of your shoe, okay? You take it and you hit the end of your shoe, okay? You just hit the heel, not hard, but just enough. You'll know when it's working correctly. I'm not going to tell you how you know, but you will know when you've done it correctly because that gives it away. And then once you've hit it, you are going to stick the tip end in the water and watch what happens. Don't submerge it all the way in water. Just the very tip end, stick in the water and observe what happens. So a tuning fork is struck on the heel or the palm of the hand and is used to tune an instrument. In this activity, it was to show the students that once you strike the tuning fork, it begins to vibrate, and if you take it and put it in the water, then you should see the ripple effect because of the vibration.
Like that when you dip the tuning fork in, it made the water pop. And I learned that vibration caused sound. I learned that sound is caused by vibrations and that sound goes faster and louder through solids.
Today our lesson was on sound, and it was our students' first lesson in this unit on sound, and so I really wanted to create a lesson that was all about discovery and inquiry, and I think that this lesson did a great job in that. It was mainly focused for the student, with me just being the facilitator, so that's why I decided to start out with the students listening for sounds, looking at the picture, and then taking the mini field trip around the school. And in the end with the experiments, the students were very engaged by that. I saw a great connection between them seeing that there were vibrations within the objects they were using, and they made the great connection that vibrations do cause sound.
I liked how Miss Duncan let us do the experiments about all the vibrations and stuff.